Hey everybody, Al with CIO.com here. I've got with me the brand new BlackBerry Classic smartphone, as you can see here. I also have with me the BlackBerry Bold 9900. That's relevant because this new Classic is basically an evolution of this 9900. There's been some phones released by BlackBerry after this one, but this one really kind of mirrors the design and functionality of this Bold 9900. Let's take a look at some of the features and functionality on this. Let's take a quick look at the hardware first. I've got the wake sleep button on the top. I've got volume up and down to the mute key, pretty basic setup. I've got the USB charge sync port, a couple of speakerphone ports, and you've got a SD card, the micro SD memory card, and then you've got the SIM card. It's a nano SIM in here as well. This design is notable for a reason, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's take a quick look at this next to the 9900, which again, the Classic is really kind of an evolution of this design. You'll see it's very similar, but the first thing that jumps out at you is it's also much bigger. What's new or unique to this device for a BlackBerry 10 device is this set of navigation keys right here, which I've been told is called the tool belt. I call it the navigation keys. You'll also see the trackpad is back here. This is the first BlackBerry 10 device with a trackpad. Very similar to the 9900 design, smaller trackpad. The keys themselves are also just slightly bigger. They're not all that much bigger for how much bigger the phone actually is, but you'll also see that they're in straight horizontal lines as opposed to curved lines here. Still has that fret design, so you can slide your fingers along the frets and kind of not even look at it. Get really familiar with the keyboard using how it feels. Again, very similar design, hardware design. The 9900 does have a convenience key that the Classic doesn't. The port is on the left side if you're facing the display instead of the bottom. And finally the back, a little bit different placement of the camera and flash, and you'll see the Bold logo compared to the Classic. Other than that, very, very similar hardware design. Now, the BlackBerry Classic runs a version of BlackBerry 10, so if you're familiar with that software at all, you're not going to see too many differences. There are a number of small tweaks. Most of the differences have to do with this navigation panel or the tool belt here, just enabling the functionality of those with the operating system. There is also a cool new battery saving mode here. That kind of lets you customize when you want the battery saving mode to turn on, what it does when it's turned on. It gives you a lot of different control, so it's not just a set battery saving mode, which is nice as well. Obviously, you've got the whole BlackBerry Hub navigation here, which is in all versions of BlackBerry 10. But again, if you're familiar with BlackBerry 10, there's not too many differences in the software here. If you're interested in specifics about the phone, whether I like it, whether I don't, whether I recommend it, whether I'd buy it myself, check out my review on CIO.com. Thanks, everybody.